Oh, who the is this?
Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Knowledge Battles. That's right, I am your host here with a fantastic video that's floating around in the internet today. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it, because what is to battle knowledge if you don't have the knowledge to battle? So let's get it started.
She's a 10, but she has pronouns in her Instagram bio.
I think she's a 0. She's had pronouns in her Instagram bio, and I'm not worried about the bio. If I see pronouns, I'm worried about what's underneath of her pants. If you've got pronouns, you got to stay far away from me. I don't do men. Unfollow, delete, maybe block. No. Then I just got to ask post-op, pre-op. I don't want to know. I just want to know how to go away.
Okay, starting off. So I know the concept of the game is the person's supposed to be looks-wise a 10. Completely flawless on the outside. It's what's on the inside that apparently changes how they look on the outside to you, because perception is reality. If you perceive somebody to be ugly, the reality is they're ugly. Fair enough. Let's jump to the first half here.
She's a 10, but she has pronouns in her Instagram bio.
I think she's a 0. She's had pronouns in her Instagram bio, and I'm not worried about the bio. If I see pronouns, I'm worried about what's underneath of her pants.
Okay, so why did you answer a question and then immediately backtrack and change your answer? That is like the moment you give what you believe to be the right answer and then you backtrack on it. That is to say that wasn't the right answer. And understandable, Freudian slips, they happen. I mean, we anticipate what we want to hear pretty frequently. That's why some people need to stop and have a moment to actually think about what they're going to say. You basically said she's a 0 because she has pronouns in her Instagram bio, but you're not worried about her having pronouns in her Instagram bio. So if you're not worried about it, if it's no bother, then how is she a 0? Because to be a 0 would be the pronouns have an effect, but if you're not affected by that effect, how does that change your perception of this person? But let's jump to the fun part.
You've got pronouns, you got to stay far away from me. I don't do men.
This person might need to find the definition of pronouns. A pronoun is a word that exists for everybody out there. Everybody has pronouns. But then again, pronouns are given to you by others. Granted, they are more dictated by your biology, because obviously your biology will show what you are. Everybody has pronouns. So if you're saying you don't hang around, you don't want to be around anybody that has pronouns, then you might as well just be a leper. The point is, everybody has pronouns. This is a very fearful response.
Me, I don't do men. Unfollow, delete.
Okay, you don't do men. Fair enough. What does a pronoun have to do with you not doing men? If you're talking to a woman on Instagram who is a perfect 10, even though they're not required to do it, they list, hey, I am 100% woman. I'm 100% female. I'm 100% not a man. I'm 100% not a male. But here are my pronouns, she, her. If that makes you immediately think you are the ugliest person ever, but I'm not bothered by you putting pronouns in there. And I also don't associate with people that use pronouns, even though everybody uses them. And I don't do men. That's gotta be the biggest turnoff in a person, right? Like, they ignored everything about you completely and just went to their own assumption, thinking, oh, you put pronouns? Okay, you're ugly. You must not be a woman, despite all the evidence pointing to you being a woman. You see pronouns and you think, I don't want to associate with you, even though chances are you're going to use the pronouns that they listed, because if she is a she, you're going to call her a she in any conversation involving pronouns. And you're telling this person you don't do men. Cool. You're talking to somebody that's a woman probably because they're a woman. not a man. But let's continue.
Maybe block. No. Then I just got to ask, post-op, pre-op, I don't want to know. I just want to know how to go away.
If we are sticking to the definition of words, a female is a sex of a species. Male is the opposite sex of that species. A woman is a human female. A man is a male human. That's classification using the definitions. Simplified. Here at Knowledge Battles, we're about simplifying it for you. So why would you read an Instagram profile that a woman, which if you believe woman to mean what woman means, is 100% female, why would you immediately go to a fearful thought of where woman doesn't mean what woman actually means and immediately see this perfect 10 as a 0, being the ugliest person to ever exist? You say you're not into men, which you're just spouting information that's irrelevant to the conversation because this is a woman on Instagram. Why would you approach a woman on Instagram and say, I'm not into dudes? And then you're talking about blocking the person. Cool. Then you immediately go to apparently thinking that you have to start asking pre-op, post-op, which is all transgender terminology. You're talking to a woman and you're having to ask trans-related questions about this woman. Unless it was somehow in her bio that she's trying to transition into a man, but still using she, her pronouns. There's no reason to ask, hey, are you getting surgery done? Have you had surgery done? Because there's no evidence on this Instagram profile unless it just wasn't brought in this example. The reason this question has me so out of my own mind is because if you truly believe pronouns equate to trans people, that pronouns don't exist for anyone but trans people, that's basically saying that their dictionary is winning. Not the accepted societal terms that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. You're saying the definition has now changed completely. That really shows a lot about you don't believe what you've grown up to believe. But I think in terms of words, that is the one thing that we all as a society, as a species, require to stay consistent and understandable at all times, or else we break down into war. Because if we can't speak, then we'll act. There's more violence that can be caused through action than just movements of air. In my personal opinion, and here at Knowledge Battles, we believe opinions are all good. It's great to start an argument. It's great to start a debate. Because if we do not share what's inside ourselves, we will crumble under the weight of our own selves. And here at Knowledge Battles, we have a final thought for all you amazing people out here. We require words to function in society, to connect as a species, and to grow as an individual. Without words, we have to resort to actions. It's the only two things we have. And if you take definitions that have been embedded for thousands and thousands of years, and some people come along and say, hey, no, we're now classified in that definition, when by definition it's not, then you accept that that dictionary is changing. And now society starts to falter. Because if we cannot all speak the same, understand the same, actually interpret the same as everyone else, then we become strangers again. So this was a fun video to watch. I think this person should definitely check himself before he answers. There's nothing wrong with taking a second to pause, unless it was edited and he had like 8 minutes to think about an answer he immediately backtracked on. But we hope you enjoyed. Stay well, stay safe, keep drinking water. Cheers.